Hi, good morning. Welcome to Story of Souls. Here, you obviously know that we have very interesting way of telling and communicating out to you what is happening with some very exclusive and extraordinary personalities all over the world. Story of Souls was introduced, launched in 2017, and we have been covering various events and also as a PR and branding company, been recognized by the UN and Harvard University. So, what makes Story of Souls so extraordinary and out of the common platform? We know that in our various walks of life, people come across new personalities and you learn so much. Also, get yourself exposed to some most unknown situations. But that may be a common thing, also, again, like many other platforms talk. What we are trying to bring to you is what these common people have been doing in these extraordinary situations, not only to overcome them or pass through the phase that they're going through, but as moms, as entrepreneurs, as single fathers, as women who've left their jobs, or men who are finding difficulties within their surroundings, how they have created a wing to inspire you, to bring to you also new lights into the same situations. May not sound very philosophical once you hear the story that we're going to bring you now. We do have another personality today, as always, who's going to give you a great insight of what he's been doing in his life, in his very young age, rather, and bring to you what a situation teaches you and brings to you moments of creativity, innovation, and definitely a new light of exposure. Let me also introduce myself. My name is Jyoti Kamaal. I am here hosting today's show with our guest, and we all have come here together to present to you what is the best known as knowledge. I have been a trainer. I have been working in the industry of customer experience for over 2 decades with various hospitality and service industries. And building relationships and keeping a connect with customer has been my forte. And going with passage of life, I have become a fitness and wellness lifestylist. And now I have been taking online virtual classes with various fortes of exercises, explaining to people what wellness brings to their life, making small changes in their practices of lifestyle, and more so giving them a path to start the exercise where they have left or probably they imagine they can take from. So I go in different various of exercises and take people from the journey of not being able to do whatever you can do and then pick it up on a more experienced level. So this is me. Now comes the most important personality, and his name is Aswini Patro. Young boy, I started learning his journey at the when he was in the age of 18. Today he is crossed few years from there. But what did he do when he started this young age, when students come out of 10th and they want to learn, suddenly they want to earn, and they think the biggest chair in the top position of the company is where they want to reach as fast as possible. So he used his time, saw the opportunities around him, some government programs, some internship avenues, which was very good for him because it gave him a great exposure, barged into some programs against his age eligibility. But yes, we will hear from him now what exactly he did in these 2 and 3 years, and today studying on a very individualistic open program. How does this take his journey? So, Ashwini, welcome to the Story of Souls. And we are indeed very, very happy that you are taking out time. And you will definitely inspire many people by the end of the show. I am sure about it. So, going forward with, tell us at a young age, what inspired you to take a government program and think that these programs will actually help you? And then, how did your first internship start?
Okay. So thanks Story of the Souls for inviting me as a guest. I don't think I have achieved enough ease to inspire, but rather I can say I can help someone, help people, from my story and from my achievement, and also I can share what I have achieved so that they can probably follow that path, and also can come out from the comfort zone, come out from the comfort zone to achieve something minimalistic or to achieve their goals and dreams in their life. So thanks, Jyoti, for the wonderful introduction. So talking about the government program, as you mentioned, so that's the government program which you are talking about. It's the Entrepreneurship Development Program that was organized by Institute of Entrepreneurship Development by Bhubaneswar. So when the earlier government, I can't say about the entrepreneurship achievements of the earlier government, but when BJP, the NDA government come into power, and Narendra Modi announced about Startup India, promoting the entrepreneurs, promoting startups. So likewise, there was a uh, in across the nation there was a whole promotion of Startup India. And seeing this, our Odisha, the state which I belong, my hometown, I am from Odisha. I belong from a, Barampur, Odisha, which is in South Odisha. So, seeing that in South Odisha, and also in the there was a program launched of Startup Odisha, and under that there was enough number of programs for promotion of self-employment and building local entrepreneurs, local budding entrepreneurs, and helping them out to grow in their life. Okay, so it's always uh, in a good position to be a job giver rather a job seeker. So being as an employee and being as an employer, it's a totally different sides. And also, if you are a job giver, you're just giving numerous jobs to lots of job seekers. You are helping a lot of people who are struggling to get a job. So, seeing this, our state government has launched this program, Startup Odisha, where there were numerous programs, and one of the program was Entrepreneurship Development Program, where they were helping out the budding entrepreneurs about education, consulting, and how to start a business from scratch. Okay, how to use the how to use the natural resources found around them. Okay, Odisha, talking about Odisha, the place I belong from Ganjam. Okay, so Ganjam is very famous for
For the
Kyoda food.
Ganjam style, huh? No, I'm
Okay,
joking.
yeah.
Yeah.
So talking about Ganjam, we in Ganjam we have we have a very precious flower called Kyoda flower. Okay, so the Kyoda flower is found across worldwide. Okay, and the extract also Ganjam has got the GI tag for it. Okay, so Ganjam has got the GI tag for it, and the extraction of perfume oil from Kyoda flower is very precious. Okay, the cost of the perfumes, all this is very precious. So the program was all about how to use the natural resources, how to use the manpower, how to get funding, how to get finance from the banks, from the financial institutions, and how Odisha government can help you to uplift your startup. Okay, so Odisha also had these facilities from maybe from the idea stage, maybe from the SME stage, maybe from the full place business. They were ready to finance. Okay, if you have got a good idea, also they were ready to finance. So when I came to know about such a wonderful program, I was much curious to be a part of it. Okay, so I searched. I came to know about this program through a newspaper clipping, and one of a so I was in a contact with one of a DIC. So we have this district industries confederation. Okay, so I was in contact with this person, and this person encouraged me to be a part of this program. So
District
when I got to,
Industries Confederation, DIC.
yeah, so
Okay.
in every district we have this DIC, which help you to get the MSME registration, which help you to get the if you are in the food industry, this will help you to get a food processing organization unit. They will guide you in getting all the corporate related documents. Okay, if you want to be registered as a corporate, they will help you. So the at last you are going to be registered in the ROC, Register of Companies, but they will facilitate all the procedures. If you want to get if you are in a industry, if you are working as industries, so they will help you in getting a PCB, Pollution Control Board certificate. So all this they will facilitate the whole part. So every district has this DIC. Okay, so being in contact with DIC is a great part if you are looking for starting a business in manufacturing or service sector also. Nowadays, DIC is also promoting businesses in service sector as well. Okay, so I was in contact. So this person encouraged me to enroll yourself as a EDP for the entrepreneurship development program. So the eligibility criteria was to get a to have a PAN card and also to be eligible more than 18 years. Okay. So in their understanding, actually in a brief understanding also, when anyone wants to start a business, they think of that you can start a business after 18. Okay. But I was at that moment I was 16. Okay. So when I went to register myself, so they told that no, you can't register because you haven't attained the age of 18. But I was really curious about I was really curious to know about it. Okay. What is going to happen, and the best part of it is that they're going to invite some industry experts, okay, to facilitate the program. They are going to invite the lawyers, they are going to invite the legal consultants, they are going to invite the banking professionals, they are going to invite the people who have started the businesses. Okay. You're going to get a overall experience. You're going to get the knowledge of different domains, different industries. So after that, the idea behind the program was, after you get the knowledge of every industry, you can choose that which industry suits you, which industry suits you as an entrepreneur to start your business. Which industry do you feel like it's going to be emerging? Do you feel like it's going to be helpful for you? Okay. So you can't get such a varied knowledge from the real practical. Okay. You can get theory knowledge from different sources, may it be courses, may it be articles, but you can't get the practical knowledge. So I was really curious to know about it. So I just had a talk with the person. I had a talk with the person, and the person asked that, yeah, seeing your interest, I can request to the higher officials. And certainly he asked his certain higher officials, and probably this is for the first time they allowed me. Okay. So I got my place into the as a part of the EDP program. Okay, entrepreneurship development. I got my position, and I started attending the classes. Okay, so the classes, so the sessions were from 11:30 to 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Okay, so that days, what was the problem was I was into school. I have to continue my schools. Okay, I have to continue my schools, and I was having my college time. I was in my 11th grade. Okay, so I was having my college time. We were having the morning schools. So as it was a summer time, we were having the morning schools. So I used to reach home at 11:20. Okay, maybe 11:25, and I have to there by 11:30. So as soon as I just arrive at the school, I didn't like bunking the school, sir, because I didn't feel that if I'm learning this one, I don't want to compromise my studies as well. Okay, so this promise I had made to my parents, because they don't want, if at any position, no parent would like that his child is uh, diverting from the mainstream studies. Okay, so
Yeah,
I was into,
because everybody thinks that basic knowledge is essential no matter which parallel path you want to take for your learning process. So, yes, that's right.
yeah, thoroughly. I also respect their decision as well, because they didn't force me. They didn't force me to join this program. And if they have allowed me, so I have also my responsibility that I should manage the whole part, because I have taken up this extra responsibility on my burden. Okay, so I didn't like the bunking the schools as well. So what was happening that I was landing on my house at somewhere around 11:20, 11:25, and then I have to pull my cycle, because I love riding cycles. Okay, until now also I haven't started riding bikes. Okay, because I feel that through riding bicycles, I feel that I'm contributing the environment in my way. Okay, I am contributing, because
Trust you
if
me,
I'm
every urban resident is also now awakening to this thought, more from the passion of staying fit, which I would definitely like to ascertain. But yes, do people think that it saves time, space, and the clutter?
yeah. Uh, so my perspective was, as you mentioned about the fitness part, so that was a concern, and also I felt that it was refreshing to watch out the environment. It was refreshing to watch out the surroundings when you are going to travel, because I am a person who likes sightseeing. Okay, so when I used to ride bicycles, so you can see what is happening around the world. You can see the banners, you can see the posters, you can see the filters. So it's give you a awareness around the society. It gives you awareness around the surroundings, what's happening. Okay, that was a good point for me. So I was riding bicycle, and I used to reach there by somewhere at 11:35, because it happens for it takes some to travel 5 to 10 minutes for riding bicycle for a 5 kilometer. But the pleasure I used to get after getting there and learning the insights, learning the resources, and getting on the resources, getting all the learning resources, getting on the knowledge from the industry experts. That was that literally felt like that the hard work, the time I have spent for the program is worth enough. Okay, I came to know at the end of the program. Okay, so it was the program was for 1.5 months, and I regularly attended all the classes, and that was I can say that was a turning point for me, because it look, after taking science as a stream, I was unsure about the business field. I was unsure about the business world and entrepreneurship, but that program really ensured me and really motivated me to be an entrepreneur, to be a businessman, and to be as a job giver, to be to contribute to the economy by manufacturing or starting an industry or starting a service sector. So something could be. So that also gave me an idea, also a niche. Okay, where should I work on? So it also helped me to know how our government is really helpful, how our government is really helpful to promote entrepreneurship. Because every time we say, well, I have heard from my, what I can say, my friend circle, mates, have relatives, that the government is not helpful for us, government is not helping us anyway. So that also helped me to know that we are not aware of it. The government is introducing its programs very well, but we are not aware of it. So the right thing is that we should start searching around it. Okay, so it could be you should approach your local or local and state business centers. Okay, regional business centers are available, as I mentioned about DIC, or you could follow the government portals. Okay, so there is a full-fledged website of Startup India. If I talk about Odisha, there is a full-fledged website of Startup Odisha, MSME Odisha. So you can get how you could finance yourself, how could you finance a business, all this sort you can knowledge. Okay, and the second part of the question, as Jyoti mentioned about the internship. So talking about internship after being a
Yeah,
part of.
before we go into the second question, I just wanted to, get everybody to understand some very vital uh, tips of what you just narrated to us in so much of detail. Um, this is very interesting at that age, how the responsibilities can be also shoved off. Like, there are many other avenues we have. Why do we have to think so seriously at such a young age? People think, oh, it's still too early to, get into that kind of a frame of mind. But I think what you did was you did not lose the innocence of your, young youth and whatever other things young people like to do. Indeed, you banked upon your energy, your time, because after 11:30 you have a very big day which you could have utilized in any other way, not as good. But now that you chose this and also convinced those people at the board to take you at an age which we were not really ready for, it's remarkable. So, actually, your understanding of what you're looking forward from your time is one essential attribute that we'd like everybody to understand from your story. The other interesting part that we'd like everybody to also observe from your life at that young age is that you were looking to explore within your resources. Orissa is a very resourceful nation, city in our country, and we do not realize that what potentials are there. But you did see, like you mentioned about Ganjam as one of the strong resources which goes all over the world. Like that, there are many other natural organic producers. So, how you thought to learn more about it, explore before you go out in the world and simply pick up the very typical career lines of IT or engineering or whichever finance field you were good in. This is great to understand, and I think all the listeners will definitely like to contact you or speak to you more if they can, to know that at that age, was it worth for you to give that 1.5 months, what all you learned, and now going forward, how did you actually benefit from it? So, your first step, what you did is soon after finishing your school, 12th, you went in for something which you now have to broadly tell us about your internship experience.
Okay, so talking about the worth enough. Okay, so talking about worth enough, I can say if we have a growth mindset. So they basically there are broader. If I talk about, there are two types of mindset. One is fixed mindset. One is growth mindset. Okay, so if you are in a growth, if you want to have achieve a growth mindset, one of the part is that learning. Okay, continuous learning is very important, and most importantly, self learning. Okay, the education which we get from our colleges, which we get from our educational institutions, that is formal education. And the most important to to nourish yourself, to feed yourself, and to love yourself, and to know about yourself is that start self learning. Okay, so I am a very I am a believer of self education. I am a believer of self learning. So I feel like that the best investment, it is a well said goal that the best investment on your the best investment could be investing on yourself, investing the time, investing the money on yourself. So so I think the 1.5 month which I invested in myself, in my learning, that was a really fabulous thing I have done. Okay, so talk about that part. And the as you mentioned about the internship part, if I take it forward, if I talk about the internship part, so after completing the program, I was wondering. So I came to knew about I came to knew about the new avenues and about the new industries where should I work on. But starting something on my own, I didn't had that much guts at the moment. About also about the courage part also. And also I felt that there are big sharks in the industry, and they will just engulf me a small fish. Okay, well, if I just start it open. Okay, so I felt that I should get some corporate experience. I should know how is the know-how. Right now I'm having the knowledge, and right now I'm having the insight. So if I put myself in a corporate, if I put myself in an organization, and I know how it really functions. Okay, so as I was a part of, as I was a science student, so I didn't knew much knowledge about the organization structure, or about the business economics, or the accounting, or the money management, all this sort. I didn't have much knowledge. So I felt that if I work in a corporate, then I will just get a overall knowledge that will help me to build my team in the later run. So I started to so I just talk with different people. I talk with my friend, not my friends, which I always have my friends. What I can say, I have a selective kind of friends. I have three types of friends. The one set of friends would be who are elder than to me. Okay, whom I can inspire, who can inspire me. And I have the same set of friends who we chit chat, or who we discuss. Okay, basically these are the person who are in the same age group. And I have a set of friends whom I can inspire, whom I can share knowledge. So I believe that when knowledge is shared, it is the power is multiplied. When
So
knowledge
it's
is
like a
shared, then
ladder. It's like a ladder. You like to choose that
yeah,
every step of your ladder has to be meaningful to you, both in
yeah,
terms of gaining and in terms of giving.
yeah. So this is very important. This is very important, I feel. Also, there is another aspect is that uh, you become you become as a person, or you can grow in your life if you choose the right friends. If you choose the right people whom you should be around you, who should be around you. Okay, so it's basically there is also a common well saying as well. You are the average of the five people around you. Okay, I also believe this, and I greatly believe this principle. So you are the average. So it depends on the right side. It depends on the right set of people you are hanging around, you are networking with, you are talking with. So that that defines your intellectual, that defines your knowledge, that defines your vision, all this sort. Okay, so I started talking with different people, probably elder than me. Okay, and I came to know that how they started the business and how they entered the field. Okay, so many of them started that no one will get you fetch you a job as of now, because you don't have any skill, you don't have any much experience or education, or talking about skills also. But you can certainly apply for an internship. Okay, so the word internship came to my mind at that moment, when I just it was it was mid August. Okay, it was mid August. And then I started building my resume. Okay, then I started building my resume and CV, and also had, what I can say, I spent enough time in fetching out the getting assessing myself that what would be the field I should be looking for internships. I started getting all the what I can say, listing down my skills, listing down my traits, all this sort. Okay. So after this I started to look for people. After this I started to build my resume, then I started looking for internships. Okay, so I came to know that some of the great platforms are there, like Internshala, and there were also Monster Hunt, and there were different platforms where I can apply for internships. But the problem, when you will apply for internship, is that the inflow of people is also more. Okay, the number of jobs and the inflow of people is also more. So if you're applying for a job, there are more number of people are also applying for the job, so your probability or your likeliness of getting the job is also less. Okay, because so I felt that portion. So probably I blind I took some hours and I blindly applied for 20 to 35 30 companies. Okay, so I didn't knew I didn't had any much knowledge. So this is a knowledge which I got gathered everything out of internet, everything out of the articles which I read. Okay, so I just applied for different companies. I didn't also check about the background such of the companies as well, but I felt that let me get into the company and then I will think how can I proceed it well. So I started with this. Okay, and so I think I registered myself in different platforms as well. So there were around 4 to 5 platforms I registered, and at once I applied for somewhere around 100 companies. So right now I can also say that my resume would be there with some 100 to 120 companies. Okay, and the
But
niche I
now
was
I
talking
don't
about.
think we can take you as an intern. Now the situation has changed in the last 3 years.
Yeah. So that's the case I can talk about. And the niche I was looking was I listed on my skills. Okay, so one of the skills was content writing. Okay, so why I choose content writing is that I had a command over my language. I had a command over my writing skills, and this I could proudly say because of my 11th and 12th, and also in my high school. So in the high school and in so the 11th 12th, I participated in lot number of essay writing competitions, article writing, story writing, so all this sort. And also I write articles for I've written articles for different magazines. So I felt that content writing would be something which I could take it up further. Okay, but I'm not sure. Okay, that was the thing. Second thing was I thought of marketing because I felt that marketing is one of the creative field. Okay, and being a creative person, I felt that marketing could really work out for me. Another thing was business development. Okay, so these were some of the areas of interest of mine, and I felt that my skills which I pursued in my education is in my high school education, or certainly in the 11th grade, that could help me to fetch this internships. Okay, so the first company which I was selected was Protein, which was the company was working on 21st century skills. So I was appointed as a skills trainee because they were I was appointed as skills trainee, and they were developing a product. Okay, they were developing a career counseling product, which was around assessing your skills, assessing the skills the person possesses, the people, the candidate possesses. So I was my task and my roles and responsibility was to assess the product and feel like is it the right product for the people. Is it because I was in the target audience? I'm going to be I was the end user of the product. I was the target audience for the product. So they have appointed me to assess this product, use this product, and know and give them some solid feedback. Okay, so that they can work on this. And it was in the R&D part. So I was a skills trainee for that program. And I can certainly say that it was a very good start for me because I could know about using different platforms about probably that was the time also I can say I started writing emails. Okay, because early back in my fourth standard I had created my first email in Yahoo, but I never used mails as a medium of tool. Okay, as a medium of tool for communication till the time when I started being a part of RAP. So being a part of the Protein, the company where I started my first internship. So I started writing emails. The only communication of the company and with me was through email. So that was a very what I can say. That was some key learnings for me. Then the trail went on. Then the trail went on that I got another intern. As I said that I have applied in such a varied companies at such a lot number of companies. So as soon as my first internship got over, I got a position in Unisquare Concepts as a branding and marketing trainee. As soon as I
Okay.
that was come. Okay, so that continued. The trail continued, and within a year, I had completed somewhere around 3 to 4 internships in that year. Okay,
In one
working
year.
in, yeah. So in 1 year, in my 11th and 12th grade, I had nothing. Nothing I had done is that I have worked with different companies. I had in different positions. So some of the key roles were business development associate, business development manager, content writing, and managing a team for people, conducting events, conducting discussions, and also getting inbound leads, getting outbound leads. So all this was some of the learnings from my whole year
And
of internship journey.
and
So
this was
talking about,
along with your education when you were also doing your college.
yeah,
You
yeah.
were
So
working on, so you were doing your education plus you were doing these internships.
yeah. I never compromise my studies, because I feel like talking about the time management. So the main thing is that about time management, how well you manage your time. And one thing I felt is that the best way to manage your time is to schedule it beforehand, to schedule it, to effectively schedule it. And if it's I feel that there is lot of time you can spend it on. Okay, so this is
Is
also
that one of the reasons also that why we understood from you when we were talking to you the first time that the method of the high institution that you chose was not one of the regular full-time colleges, but you went all the way from East India to Western India, which
yeah,
is in Maharashtra, Kartaj, right?
Karjat.
Karjat. And Karjat is where you found a university. So you did all this exploring homework and you went down to this university, VJ Institute, right?
Vijay Bhumi
And
University.
VJ. And you chose this because this gave you the freedom to study in a different style. Is that why you chose all the way a distinct region, a different kind of a university?
Yeah. So talking about Vijay Bhumi University, so where I am pursuing currently pursuing my undergraduation. So this university is a liberal professional curriculum, and after my 12th, I was unsure that how shall I pursue my graduation, because right now I was in a position that I can start my own venture. Okay, so the experience which I got from my internships, I was in a position that I can kickstart my entrepreneurial journey. I can start my venture. Okay, but my parents were not convinced enough. Okay, my parents were not convinced enough that, yeah, how you just completed your 12th grade and how you're sure that you are going to start a business and you are going to make some money, and if there is no if you feel that you are going to fail, if you are going to fail, then how it's going to work, how it's going to work at any way, if
So
you're going to fail.
in order to keep everything in balance, you
Yeah,
decided to take an education where you're not going to spend a lot of money. Was this more like a sponsorship education?
not about money was not a biggest concern about me,
It
but
was more of the timing, the way it worked, and gave you space to do other things also.
yeah. 1 second, Jyoti, I'm just getting a power cut. 1 second, I will just arrange. Give me some 1 minute to conflict this, resolve this.
Okay. All right. Okay.
1 minute.
So while Ashwini is configuring and getting his system in order, yes, what this boy is trying to tell us is that we in Story of Souls have been meeting such enterprising young and different age group people, where what we're really getting from them is not to take any situation as against the nature or the flow of what you are meant to do or where you're meant to be. Instead, use this as an opportunity to create the positive graph of your life. There could be stagnancy where we hear a lot of people, who get into stage of depression and they do give up by thinking that this is not making sense and I don't know who to go to, where to start back from. So we have an inner gut instinct where even a young boy like him who comes to tell us on our exclusive platform, that is why even Story of Souls has been recognized by the All India Radio, because we have been bringing narrations of such bright stories. And Ashwini's story, when we heard, he is studying in an education program which is unique. which is an open program. He doesn't get confined to a class, a labeled course. He can choose different things. So he's really trying to make worth of what his mind is assessing. When he said he did jobs of assessment, he did jobs of marketing, branding, from content writing. It seems like quite a few things, but still, if we look at it into a funnel and concise it, he's basically trying to look out and learn wherever his placement is going with the flow. And now the university that you're studying again, going back to your Karjat University, just quickly give us a cap on why you went all the way there.
Yeah. When I was, as I mentioned about, I was unsure about in what field I should probably carry out a education. Okay, talking about the education part, in what field I should carry out my undergraduation. So when I looked about this university, Vijay University, it is the India's first liberal professional curriculum. The unique part of this university
Okay,
is
so I'll
the,
emphasize first liberal curriculum. This is the only university.
yeah, it's the
Explain. I'm
India's,
sure this makes
yeah,
a lot of sense.
yeah. So talking about the liberal professional curriculum, you get a experience to, uh, for example, I will give you an example. So I am a business student. Okay, I can, uh, apart from my business education, I get access to choose subjects from law, from design, from data science, from journalism, and also from music. Okay, so this liberty only is possible when you have a liberal professional curriculum, which is similar to the new education policy which was introduced the last year. The new education policy of 2020 also speaks about this thing, that being a part of a commerce student also, you can choose science, you can choose subjects from science, you can choose subjects from arts and humanities. So that's the liberty we get in a liberal professional curriculum. So as I said that I wanted to know, to learn about the business economics, to learn about the business field. As an entrepreneur, you should have a knowledge over the tech field. You should have a knowledge about the marketing, management, operations, business management. Because you, as an entrepreneur, you are, what I can say, as a solopreneur, or as an entrepreneur, you are fulfilling all the roles of the company when you're self-starting a business. So to know this, you can't confine yourself to only knowing the business part of the a company, because at last you have to build a website. At last you have to have some tech. If you are in a tech, if you want to build some tech product, you should have some tech knowledge as well. Also about
Yeah,
the
and also,
operations
like you
part.
said, if you're the job giver, it doesn't come just the responsibility of being an employer. It comes with the role of also directing people. So if you don't know what
Yeah,
they're doing, you don't know what contribution of the company's profile that they need to give, then you are always having lost cows, and you can never make it a cash cow company.
yeah. Certainly, yeah. So that's one part of it, and also knowing about different things. About as I talk about law, if you want to register a company, you should know about the law compliances. You have to know about the legal support, about the government relations. So this university give me the what I can say, give me the confidence, give me the what I can say, give me the confidence and also the support to
Space,
get,
also that
yeah,
space also, so that you're not getting stuck with one course and too much about one. You have a broader view, and then later you can, like you're working simultaneously, you're also getting an opportunity to practically fit it into your work life, learn from
yeah.
there, probably ask questions from your mentors, and go back and see whether it fits in what you're doing at this stage, or maybe it needs to be planned at a later stage. So you're going in a very treadmill process. You're not like just jumping and leaping from one step to another step.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So this is the interesting. So this is the interesting aspect of the university. So that you can choose a course from different domains, and probably, if you're not convinced, like I have been a student of business here, and after the first year, if I'm not convinced that business is the right field which I should carry out, so probably I can skip my change. I can change my program as well, because in the first year we are getting the liberty of choosing courses from different domains. So you get to know about law, you get to know about music, you get to know about data science, you get to know about design, and that's compulsory for everyone. So after this first year, if you are not convinced that yeah, business is the right thing which I have to carry it out, then you can choose a career in design as well, or you can choose a career in artificial intelligence, you can choose a career in law. Okay, so this is the liberty which Vijayabhumi University provides to me. Okay, so that's the reason I have chosen this university. And apart from this, they were I was convinced that when I would be starting a business, I would be starting. Well, I had when my parents didn't allow me that you have to, after completion of the education only, we would be giving you the support to start your probably entrepreneurship journey. You can start your entrepreneurship journey. So I thought that, yeah, I would be an student entrepreneur. I At that moment I thought about
Interesting.
being a student entrepreneur. So being completing your education simultaneously, and also working on your venture idea, nurturing it, getting finances, and building a team as well, so that after the education of 3 years, you don't have to look for a job. Okay, and you are going to work on your business, and you are going to build your business to next level. So
Which
that's
you've
the
already
idea.
done, right? Going forward,
Yeah,
to understand, you are already running a startup. You've met some very interesting
yeah,
people, both on the international and on the domestic level. And with a team of about 6 bright sharks, you have
yeah,
made a digital startup company, right? That's
yeah,
where your expertise you invaded and finally got yourself settled at, as for now.
yeah.
So, what's the name of your company that you have now launched?
Okay, so talking about the company which I am a part of is SkillX. Okay, so SkillX is a online
Skill
tool
X.
recommend. Yeah, SkillX. So it's an online AI tool recommender which will help you to assess your skill gap analysis. Okay, so it does skill gap analysis, and it will help you to assess the right skills you should pursue to achieve your dream career. Okay, so as an engineer, it's tough for him to choose a career different from engineering career. If an engineer wants to switch your career from marketing, so what are the skills he should know? What are the skills he should learn to switch his career from marketing? Or if you're a student, you have completed your education in commerce, or if you have completed education in science, then you want to pursue a career something very different. Probably you have completed education in science and you want to pursue a career in arts and humanities. So what are the skills you should learn to achieve that? So we are helping the student analyzing the what is the skill gap he's having to achieve, so that he can achieve that skill gap and pursue his right career, his dream career. And also after that, we are helping him to after he chooses the skill, after he comes to know what are the skills he should learn, then we help him to get the right amount of courses. What are the courses available around that skill, so that he could learn easily. And also
Wonderful.
we have tied up with different companies talking about online course aggregators. We have tied up with career counseling, and also we have tied up with some project management companies where he can work on as well. After getting to know about what is a skill he should know, after getting learning about this skill from a course aggregator, then he can work on some projects to get a real life experience. And then he can we facilitate him we have got this internship and job updates, so that he can apply for an internship or a job right after the completion of the skill. So this way he can
Excellent.
choose his so he can so this way we are going to help him in getting his right career, dream career. And if you are an employer, if you are an employee, then you can switch your career easily. So this is
And so, what's the journey further now? Now that you brought the company to such a spectacular level, and definitely the students across the globe and more in our smaller cities, and especially students who come from private institutions, when they don't have big universities to access to, they do need to understand, because NSDC kind of organizations also do the same thing. But you're basically reaching to a very intent and a very close point of a student, and maybe interacting more also, rather than just working on artificial intelligence. So, what's the plan further now that you brought it to such a immense level?
yeah.
What's the way forward for SkillX?
So the vision and mission of SkillX is to democratize skills to the nation, to all over the nation of India. As you talk about the nations, well, we have the tier one cities have got access to right type of mentors, right type of career counseling platform. But the students who are in tier 2, tier 3, if we talk about the villages, they don't have about the knowledge about how to go ahead in their career.
Certainly.
So we are going to help them
Yeah.
in getting access the right skills, so that they can build up their career in the right way. Probably we are going to launch our MVP very soon. It's going to be next month. We are going to launch our MVP. Then we are going to work. Also, we talking about the team. So I am looking for the marketing. I am the head of marketing of SkillX, and within me, I have got another 5 team members. So Balaji Muthu Subramaniam, who is a astronomer and who has completed his education from Germany. We have Priyanka, who is from uh, who has worked in Pepsi in US, and also we have Vishweshwar, and who is a who is a cyber security, and we have Saloni, who is a full stack developer. Currently, she's working in Vimeo, and we have Subhodip, so who looks about our AI part. So he's a AI and machine learning expert. So we
Yes.
have a what I can say. We have complementary skills. So that's the reason we form a team, and we have the same vision and mission of making impact in education, making an impact in the edtech space. So that's the reason we came as a team and started this mission, started this startup on last year, November 2020. We started this, and we are right now
During the
doing.
pandemic time.
Yeah, so we were fighting the odds during the pandemic, and we also this is going to be a startup where the all the teammates have met virtually. The
Mhm.
started this
And from
started
all over the world.
Yeah, from all over
Yeah.
the world.
World,
Okay,
yeah.
set up the company, registered the company virtually, and also going to function virtually till the things are going to be solved. So
Yes.
after we are going to
That
have
is
a good condition.
essential. Yeah.
Yeah,
That is
after
essential.
we are
Yeah.
going to have a good condition, then we are going to establish a physical space. Then we are going to work on further on that space. So this is all about SkillX. Okay. Apart from SkillX, as I mentioned, I also take up freelance marketing projects and consulting for local businesses and SMEs. Okay, so I haven't stopped that as because I feel that I can help. The only thing I think of is about the time management part. Okay, so right now right now is SkillX is in this product space. Okay, so I don't have any much time. I don't have to much work for it. The only work I have to do is for the market research analysis and the market segmentation. So right after the product launch, I have a responsibility. I have a good amount of responsibility about looking for the marketing.
Full flow of
So
work. Mm.
yeah, so to utilize this time, I take up freelance marketing projects and consulting for local businesses and SMEs. So may it be from marketing part, may it be from growth hacking part, or it could be from research part. So these are the parts I am looking for, and so
And
also
that's more on a personal level.
yeah, this is more on a personal level, which I take up, and also to help out because I can share an incident as well. I can share a story as well. So I love to be
Like
part of.
story on story of souls.
Yeah,
Yeah, go ahead.
sure. So I love to be part of different clubs made be from different organizations. So I am an active member of Robin Hood Army. Okay, so I feel that as an human being, as a responsible citizen, it's our job to contribute something for the society. Okay, so I am a part of Robin Hood Army, which fights against hunger.
Robin
Okay,
Hood Army.
we
Good.
yeah,
Fights against
Robin Hood
hunger.
Army. Yeah, so it fights against. So it's an international organization. It started in Delhi, and it has a presence over 160 plus cities across the India and also 7 plus countries around the world. So in Berhampur also we have a chapter RH Berhampur chapter where where we conduct food drives. What we do is we take
Sorry, I think we lost your connection. We have you back now.
yeah, sorry for the network issue.
No, it's
Uh,
okay. So you said you drive food drives from behalf of
yeah,
Robin Hood Army, huh?
Yeah, we conduct food drives where we collect the surplus food from the marriage halls, from the different functions, and we distribute it in the poor and the hungers. So who sleep without food for days, who are in a very bad condition. In the slums, we distribute this food. So this is one of the organization I'm even part for. And also apart from this,
Philanthropy came to you like maybe the moment you were born, because uh, you are at this point of time also unconsciously doing a lot of philanthropic work by talking about your journey, sparing out your full content with us. But what you are talking is giving me a very interesting summarization about a lot of things, which maybe after you finish, I'm sure I would like to put it through to the audience. Please go ahead.
Sure. Thanks. Thanks for that. So talking about the Robin Hood Army, and also I, I feel like we should. I celebrate my happiness. I celebrate my good moments. Made me through the festivals, made me from the different uh, occasional days, different festive occasions. I spend these days with
How
often
often
my
do you meet your parents on these festive occasions? Because they are back in Orissa and you are here now in Maharashtra. So, do you go back to meet them, or do you just
uh,
virtually connect with them? Your father and mother, right? Back home.
yeah. Talking about my father and mother, I every day connect with my mother. I take time for my I every day take time around 15 to 20 minutes to connect with her to connect with her.
And what
So
do
I'm
they
never
do? Tell us about your parents. I'm sure they play
sure.
a very high role in where you are, what you are.
Yeah, I feel I would be really very proud of my parents. So my father is a businessman, so he's a doctor turned businessman. So he's a homeopathic doctor who is right now having doing his business in surgical equipments. So I can proudly say he's a frontline worker in this COVID time. And my
Hmm.
mother is a superwoman. And my
Superwoman,
mother
I
is
like that. So,
Yeah,
mother is a
so
superwoman, and you definitely know that. I recognize it. It's a big thing because I know a lot of young kids now. I wouldn't say young, but working people have started saying their mothers are home engineers, they're home designers. They don't call them homemakers because they take care of everything, like hardware to the breaking, to the fixing, to the deep cleaning, to different people coming in the house, even if they're domestic helps. So they have a lot of managerial skills which come in the form of managing your domestic side of the life. That's very good that you recognize them and appreciate their efforts and their work in your life.
Yeah. So I can proudly say my mother as a superwoman because I really appreciate his efforts for the family, for me as a child. So it's I can say it's fabulous. And talking about the networking part, which I've talked about, so I love to be a part of different organizations. So one such organization which I was talking about is Ganjam Chamber of Commerce Institute of Leadership. So we have this business organizations, like we have different organizations. So it could be social organizations, non-profit organizations, and I insist everyone to be such part of a network organizations so that you can network with different kind of people, different people from different background, diverse backgrounds, diverse occupations, diverse cultures. So maybe it could be beneficial from your professionally side, and also as a personal human being. You could humans are the social animals, so it's a job to be network. We should socialize with different people so that we can know different language, different culture. So one such organization was GCCIL, and in one of the events of the GCCIL, the all the what I can say, all the traditional businessmen, they were asking about they need help in digital marketing. They are unsure how to grow their business on online. So at that part, I came front, and I asked about them that yeah, I can help you in I can help you in marketing. I can help you in making your brand to digitalize. Okay, I can help you in grow your business in online. So that's the way I started taking the freelance marketing projects made before local businesses or SMEs, and also I help the startups as well to support in the digital marketing part, to help in the bringing the business online.
That's
So
very
that's the thing. Yeah, so that's how I started taking up these projects. And one more thing I want to, as you mentioned about the philanthropy part, so I thought of disclosing as this as well. So I help students and young professionals in getting the right access to the opportunities. May it be internships, may it be job updates, may it be opportunities regarding getting information about webinars. Different webinars are conducted by across the world, across the globe on different topics. So and also about conferences, about contest. So all this. So what I did is I started a group, a WhatsApp group called Never Miss Opportunities, so that I can share the opportunities which I get
never
throughout
miss
the
opportunities.
yeah, Never Miss Opportunities. So it's a WhatsApp group. So I started way back in 2020. Okay, so now the group has somewhere around 300 plus members. Okay, so it started with some 10 people who were in my friend circle. So they were asking me, Ashwin, तू तो इतना सब कुछ कर लेता है, हमें भी help कर. मतलब they wanted help me from me that how they can watch out also, they can know about
Like
the competitions.
achieving in life also, right?
Yeah, so that's how I started the group, and right now it has grown up to 300. So all they shared, so they found value in the group, so they also shared that link with different people, and they onboarded everyone. So in that group, you can get the right access to opportunities, and you can probably you if you have any opportunities, you can share that in the group as well. So it's a mutually we are going to grow. So that's
So
an initiative
the
I've
people
started.
who are listening to the story of souls right now and seeing you, they can reach you out on this particular group. They can reach you out on your Insta handle, which is t.ashwini underscore patro, and
Yeah,
definitely understand from you what are the ways of gearing life up. You know, it's very interesting, Ashwini, with all that you said, and thank you so much for generously offering your help to so many different platforms, either digital marketing or to youngsters, students who are looking to a very interesting passage of counseling, which is not purely just theoretical counseling, but somebody like you who can show them a lot of physical outputs where they can channelize their time and their efforts. So yeah, I mean, certainly feel that we all are going in different directions, whether it's at your age or at any other age. Like my career completely changed almost in mid 40s, and there was a business change, and I stood on the street one morning saying, okay, what more do I do now, because I've only been doing this. Then I learned, I went to study. So yeah, like you, we are many people who either have our own direction, or it's interesting that you have come forward and now offering that direction to various people. I can somewhere sync my energy in the same way with your story, because when I started doing my exercises, my workouts, I used to explore very different kind of ways of keeping myself energized, keeping using my energy. So I used to do different high energy workouts, and then I started doing it on my own because I travel a lot. So I couldn't be stuck to a gym and to one place. So I started learning about travel fitness, that wherever you are, whichever place you are, you can do your workout. But now, virtual being such a intense part of our life, I take virtual online classes. I certified in so many different fields. I opened a little platform, social media page, my own, called Jyoti Kamaal, where I post all videos that either you're on a garden, or you're in a one room, or you're on a terrace, or wherever you can work out and you can keep yourself fit. And with some very basic lifestyle habits, you can actually keep your life away from many, many ailments and disturbing disorders. So we all are here together on this wonderful platform,
great.
Story of Souls, which is recognized by the UN, by the Harvard, by the All India Radio. It's been a journey of 4 years, and we're bringing stories of such vibrant personalities only to educate, learn, help, extend all our knowledge, because we will die, we will take it and go it away, which is not going to make
Yeah.
any sense to make it perishable. So by doing what you're doing, you're expanding, you're growing what you're doing, because many other people like you will get into folds of experience and career growth. So it's wonderful. Thank you so much. We are very happy to get this opportunity for you to speak, understand people's minds, and explain to us how we can use and approach you. So I'm sure all the spectators and audience members of Story of Souls are extremely, extremely benefited by what we hear from you. And we will all take the privilege of disturbing, bothering you, and taking help. And you're very kind, very gracious, and most important thing, I appreciated the way you uh, give gratitude to your full source of energy, either your parents or your surrounding. So wonderful, Ashwini. It was very inspirational, very delightful, and we wish you all the very best for a great, great career and excellent personality that you have become. And good luck for a happy and a healthy and absolute safe life now.
Thanks for inviting me, Story of Souls. And also, I think I will also say that the amount of work, as you mentioned, about the virtual exercise, I think that's a much needed thing in these times. And I would happy to connect with all the viewers. You can connect me on LinkedIn or Instagram and drop me a message, and I will be happy to help you all. Thanks.
Wonderful. That's very, very nice of you. Thank you for your graciousness and kindness. and God bless you. And all the very best once again from everybody in the team of Story of Souls.
Thanks.